What's up, everybody? I'm Flash. This is One Man's Opinion, the show where we cover just about everything. And today we've got another epic rap battle reaction coming at you. This one coming to you off a request. So if you've got another one you want to see that I haven't done yet, make sure you check my ERB playlist first. I'm pretty sure I've got them all in there. Check that out. Watch those. Come back. If there's one that I haven't done yet that you still want to see me do, because there's still a lot out there that I haven't done, let me know in the comments down below. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Today, Shaka Zulu, Julius Caesar. Let's get into this one, see who can outdo the other.
Julius Caesar versus Shaka Zulu.
Oh yeah.
He's a commander. Thinks he can dance with cold out of the savannah. But when I go hand to hand with you, I go hammer. Knock off his dome, wrap it up in his own banner. Send it back to Rome.
Hey, hold on, no. He was about to start cooking. I could tell. I had to pause it. I let too much go. Otherwise, we're gonna be going back too long. All right, here we go. First bar. Let's go.
He's a commander.
Iwisa is the name of his weapon there. It's like a club. Iwisa.
He's a commander. Thinks he can dance with cold out of the savannah.
He's a commander who thinks he can dance with Conan of the Savannah, Conan the Barbarian. He's just saying that, you know, he pretty much takes out anybody who gets in his way, which was historically accurate for Mr. Shaka Zulu for a long time. Okay, when I go hand to hand with you, when I face off with you, I go hammer. That's a reference to Iwisa again, kind of a double entendre there. Okay, hold up now. What did he say right here? I'm going to let him cook a little bit after this. Knock off his dome. That could be a double entendre to the helmets that they wore, but also, you know, the cranium. Wrap it up in his own banner, which is something that I'm pretty sure the Romans did with their dead. They would wrap them up in the banner, send them back home. They would have a ceremony for fallen soldiers. Similar to how we do with the American flag. If a soldier passes away. Woo! Hold up now. Let's go. Send it back to Rome with a message from the Zulu. He said, you know, this is the message. We're sending back your dead body. Don't mess with us. Don't come back to Africa. I love the backup there from his boys, even though I'm pretty sure they're all the same guy, just captured at different angles and then, you know, copy pasted. But still, pretty cool there with all his backup guys. It sounds really cool. If you battle Shaka, this will happen to you. Kind of that war cry going on right there. It's really creative for the ERB team. I like that a lot. As far as his bars go, he's not saying like too much. He's just threatening him. He's like, you know, hey, look, you don't mess with Shaka Zulu. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna send you back. There's gonna be a message. It's all pretty self-explanatory stuff. If you cross that equator, if you come down south, is what he's saying.
Cross that equator, you head straight into a massacre.
Okay. Hey, we all know that Julius Caesar and Cleopatra had a little bit of history. A little bit of history there. Her and Mark Antony as well. So that's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good bar. Not like, I don't think his round was super good. It was all right. It was an all right. It had a lot of hype to it. I love the energy coming from him. He didn't really say a whole lot. A lot of it was just, you know, hey man, you don't want to fight me kind of stuff, which is fine for who they are. That's who they were. They were fighters. So
talk a lot of shit for a man wearing a diaper. I heard you had poison spit. Where was it in this cipher?
Oh!
From a brute with no.
Whoo! Caesar come out. He ain't playing. He's not joking. This is not a game.
You talk a lot of shit for a man wearing a diaper.
You talk a lot of crap for a man wearing a diaper? The double entendre. That's it. You talk a lot of crap for a man wearing a diaper. Because diaper. But also, like, he's making fun of how he dresses. That hits hard. That hits really, really hard.
You had poison
and then
spit.
this.
Where was it in this cipher?
I heard you had poison spit. Shaka Zulu famously had that mist that he would spray out in people's face. I remember seeing him in what was it, Deadliest Warrior back in the day. Y'all remember that show on Spike TV? Shaka Zulu was on that, And I think he fought William Wallace, but I can't really remember now. It may have been somebody else. But anyway, I remember that poison spit thing he had is pretty cool. But it's really cool to see Julius getting out in front of it before he can use it to brag on himself and turn it into a diss and saying your verse was whack. The double entendre there, really, really strong. Julius coming out strong.
Cause all I hear is threats from a brute with no discipline. And I'm ruling over you like a boot full of my citizens. So you should take your cowskin shield and hide under it. You're fucking with the most triumphant third of the triumvirate. First to the empire and last of the Republicans. And hunting you accompanied by legions of my country.
Hold up now. I love the freaking flow. Both of these guys, the flow in this one is top notch. Love it.
Cause all I hear is threats from a brute with no discipline.
And he said you're a brute with no discipline. Okay, all right, no military discipline, sure, whatever. All right.
And I'm ruling over you like a boot full of my citizens.
If anything, that's more of an insult to you because, you know, he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's a tyrant, a little tyrannical maybe. All right.
So you should take your cowskin shield and hide under it.
I love that double right there. You can take your cowskin shield and hide under it. Cowskin shield would have been called a hide shield. That's what it was. It was made out of hide. And then hide under it because the double is strong with that one. And he's also kind of calling him a coward a little bit, which is a mean dig for someone who made his living off of going to battle, you know, and killing others. That's disrespectful.
You're fucking with the most triumphant third of the triumvirate.
That's a flex, man, right there. The triumvirate was a was a three-way power couple with Pompey and what was his name? Crassus, and Julius Caesar was kind of head of the table there. He was the most triumphant, he was the most successful, most well-known, most powerful of that three-headed dragon. That's a big flex.
I'm first to the empire and last of the Republicans, and hunting you accompanied by legions of my country.
Okay.
Ask my kidnappers if I'm just a shit talker.
Oh.
J-dunk on you like boom shaka laka.
Oh.
So don't go rattling your sticks at me. If I wanted to Shakespeare,
Uh-huh.
I'd waggle my biography.
Oh, so much. There's so much here. What am I supposed to do?
Empire and last of the Republicans.
First the Empire, last of the Republicans. I'm top dog. I'm top dog.
And hunting you accompanied by legions of my country.
Hunting you accompanied by legions of my countrymen. We're coming after you. And again, we have the army. This is all Epic Lloyd. This is all epic. Look at this. That's great.
Ask my kidnappers if I'm just a shit talker. J-dunk on you like boom shaka
That
laka.
verse that's hard right there. If y'all don't know what he's talking about there, when he was a young man, I can't remember how old, Julius Caesar was kidnapped by like some pirates. And then after he got freed, they held him for ransom, I believe. And after he got freed, he went and gathered up a bunch of dudes and went back over there in a boat, found all his kidnappers and killed them all, crucified them all, which is, I mean, that's pretty hardcore. I mean, you talk about, oh, you want to kidnap me. You should have killed him. You should have killed him because this man does not play. Ask my kidnappers if I'm just talking crap.
If I'm just a shit talker, J-dunk on you like boom.
And then the double entendre, Doc J, dunk on you. Dr. Julius Ervin, dunk on you. Double entendre basketball, but also his name is Julius. So you got the double with the Julius, dunk on you like boom shakalaka because it's blowing up. Shaka Zulu, boom shakalaka. So like the doubles are crazy. The pin game, Julius is nuts right now.
But don't go rattling your sticks at me. If I wanted to Shakespeare, I'd waggle my biography.
And look, he really it's not like he's saying a whole lot in these last couple of verses. He's more just flexing his pen game than anything. But the writing is so impressive and everything else he's already said. It's like just one after another. It's constant blows coming at you. And then, you know, if I wanted to Shakespeare's, don't go rattling your sticks at me. If I wanted to Shakespeare's, I'd waggle my biography by William Shakespeare. It's held up right there. Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. That's crazy. The writing for him was nuts. And I think his punches were few. So I think it's actually tighter than you would think. But I think I would go still slight edge because Shaka Zulu didn't really have all that many punches either. He was basically just like, hey, man, if you come into Africa, I'm going to kill you. And so, like, both of them were scarce on punches. Both of them flowed really good. But Caesar's pen game was a little better, more double entendres. He was saying more in a condensed amount of time. And so I go slight edge Julius Caesar so far.
Heard of your play. Tell me, how does it end? Oh yes, you get stabbed many times by your friend.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. The rebuttal. Holy crap. One more time. One more.
Tell me, how does it end? Oh yes, you get stabbed many times by your friend.
That's a fresh rebuttal. Coming right off the last bar. You going to let him do you like that? Shaka Zulu said, oh yeah, Shakespeare, I heard of that play. How does it end? You get stabbed many times by your friends. My dude. That's hard to come back from right there. That's hard to come back from.
What you gonna do with your Roman sword? When the lines of your legion get caught by the horns of the Zulu.
Okay.
To dismember any emperor's pasty white horns.
Okay. All right. Well, look, there's some historical reference here.
Waggle my biography.
I heard of your play. Tell me, how does it end? Oh yes, you get stabbed many times by your friends. So what you gonna do with your Roman sword?
Roman swords were famous for being really effective, especially for like lopping off limbs. They were shorter and fatter. I believe they were called the gladius, something like that. But I could be getting that name wrong. But they were really effective for like lopping off limbs because they had a lot of weight to them, and they were kind of shorter.
The lines of your legion get caught by the horns.
Okay, so this formation is a formation that Shaka Zulu and his men were kind of famous for. Get gored by the horns of the Zulu warriors, he's going to say, because that's what this kind of flanking technique was known as. Trained on thorns is just a historical reference. They literally trained on thorns.
To dismember any emperor's pasty white horns.
And then dismember any emperor's pasty white hordes. I would say that that's kind of a reference back to where he kind of built a scheme right there. He kind of came all the way around with it. He started by talking about the swords, and then he ends with dismembering. And it just so happens the swords, dismembrance, being so good at dismembering people. Well, now he's saying, trained on thorns, we could dismember any of your pasty white hordes. It's pretty good. It's a good scheme.
Okay. The speed of a cheetah, and everyone knows you're just a chicken, Caesar.
Do we have to take the Caesar salad route, the chicken Caesar salad? Do we have to go that route? It's a little. This is such a good battle, and that was a little cheesy. It's not. No, it's pretty bad. I mean, I was gonna say it's not horrible. I know what he's doing. It's a double. I mean, he's giving him the old double. He's calling him a chicken, which is kind of a rebuttal because in talking about hiding under his shields, Julius kind of called him a coward earlier, so he kind of gets a rebuttal point there. Not a great way to end a verse, though. Pretty strong verse, though, all around. I would say he had a good scheme, had a good rebuttal at the beginning. So he had some good stuff in there. That's a good, all right, right there, immediate rebuttal. So again, the rebuttals in this one been really, really strong. And because he says, I got the strength of a lion, speed of a cheetah. Everyone knows you're just a chicken, Caesar. So he's kind of building this animal scheme. And then the immediate rebuttal, taking the wind out of the sails right here, Caesar coming in.
I'm going to laugh. Pave roads with the bones of your goat herding ass. First my front lines, I'll drop back and spank you in the chest. Then I'll decimate your horn. You can't outflank the best.
Hold up. He's getting military on him, and like with facts too. This is crazy. I'm gonna let him cook.
My front lines, I'll drop back and spank you in the chest. Then I'll decimate your horn. You can't outflank the best. Let your reserves come at me. My ballistas contact.
Yeah.
When I take, I always keep my whole crew. Cause there's no use in murdering you and your heathen. You can grow my wheat for me after you're beaten.
Oh, that is disgusting. Okay, look, we're going to break it down real quick. I'm not going to hold you real long. I got to make a judgment call on this one. All right, here we go.
I'm going to laugh, yeah. Roads with the bones of your goat herding ass.
Facts.
My front lines, I'll drop back and spank you in the chest.
I love how this is all a rebuttal, too, to everything. Shaka's whole verse is getting rebutted here because he was talking about bringing in the horns of the Zulu warriors, trained on thorns. You know, he was flexing his military might and all this. Caesar said there is no formation that can go against the Romans. With our shields, with our shields and spears, like you ain't getting through this.
Then I'll decimate your horn. You can't outflank the best.
That's what he's talking about. I'll decimate your horns. You can't outflank the best. The Romans were the best at flanking.
reserves come at me, my ballista's cocked and ready.
Let your reserves come at me. My ballista's cocked and ready. Now he's just saying, we got the tech, bro. We got the technology. We got the ballista. This thing's going to send a freaking spear down range. No telling how many 100 yards. There's no... Bring your reserves. Nothing.
I always keep my whole crew.
And then that, you know, he's playing off of his boys, which is something Shaka did earlier.
There's no use in murdering you.
This is the dagger, though.
You can grow my wheat for me after you're beaten.
Julius Caesar gonna turn you and your men to slaves after he beats you, which is what he does. That's what he does. Hey, welcome to the Empire, bro. Welcome to the Empire. You're just another one.
Hold war! Holster! Jogasan!
This one got ugly. This one got ugly. I actually think I had seen this one once before, and in my mind, Shaka Zulu got blown out. But I picked up on a lot more this time than I have in the past. And I think Shaka actually held his own. I think it was very, very close. Closer than I remembered it being. But it seemed to me that Julius just had an answer for everything. I mean, Shaka had really good rebuttals, but also like got caught up kind of in the whole military thing his first round a little too much. I think if his first round had been a little stronger, you could make an argument for Shaka. Even though he had a couple of strong dings against Caesar in both of his rounds, Caesar was so much more consistent. Everything he did had a purpose. And I can't say that for Shaka. Some of his stuff in the first round was just like, oh, my military might. Oh, I'm so good. Don't cross the equator. You'll head straight into a massacre. Yeah, I know he played that off the Cleopatra thing. The Cleopatra thing was strong. But before that, he was talking about how he's going to get killed, you know, and all this other stuff. Everything Caesar said had a purpose. It was a rebuttal. It was a dig. It was a crazy strong flex. I'm not crazy about flex bars, but when you flex and it's like undeniable and you're just like, hey, man, that's facts. That's, you know, something few people who've ever existed could say. Those are the flexes that I can get down with. And Caesar, when he flexed, those are what he had. So I go Caesar in this one. I think he was all around a better battler in this one. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. Did I miss anything? Did I mess up some of my history there? I know these two decently well, but I still could have made a few errors here or there. So correct me in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the breakdown. Let me know if you got more epic rap battles that you want to see on the channel. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys for stopping by. This has been One Man's Opinion. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.